This is a prophetic word that God gave me recently for Mozambique. I received it on the 20th of September. And so I'm just going to read it to you. If you have friends that are in Mozambique, you can send it through to them. I know that the majority of them speak Portuguese, but a lot of them speak English. So here we go. This is what God showed me and said to me about Mozambique. There's a storm brewing, says God. It's a cyclone of my spirit. As Mozambique has had storms and cyclones in the natural that have brought floods, so the flood waters of my spirit will strike this nation, says God. First the winds will blow. The winds of my spirit will blow first. The winds of my spirit that bring change will howl violently, separating the wheat from the chaff, separating the old from the new. For the old cannot cross over into the new, says God. The strange thing is when I was in Mozambique and I had prophesied this, that there were winds blowing in October, late into October, where the staff where I was part of a mission there would say that this is unusual winds. And so I told them that this is the winds of change that are coming, that as it is in the spiritual, so it is in the natural. Then the rains will come, says God. The floodgates of heaven will give up its waters. The dew of heaven will flood this nation of Mozambique. It will be a sovereign move of my Holy Spirit, says God. Oh, wow. It's like a portal just opened above my head now, all my hair standing up. The water of heaven will bring healing and life, resurrection life. The graves will be opened and the dead shall be raised. People will travel from around the world to see what I am doing in Mozambique. They will come to bathe in the living waters of my spirit, says God. For I have heard the cries of the saints in Mozambique. Their prayers have come before my throne as a sweet-smelling fragrance of incense, and I've taken notice. I've heard the cries, says God. I've heard the cries of the blood crying out from the ground from Mozambican soil. I've heard the cries of the widows and the orphans. Therefore I say unto you, Mozambique, no more war. There will be no more war, says God. Enough blood, for I will turn a nation in a single day. In a single moment, I'll turn your nation into a new nation. For I raise up kings and I tear them down. A new president will come into power and corruption will be rooted out. Sounds like the South African government. God's going to do the same with the South African government. He's going to bring into power a new president and corruption is going to be rooted out. There will be no more drug trafficking and human trafficking. There will be no more war and gun trafficking. The wind of my spirit will blow and bring change because I have heard the prayers of the saints. Then the floodgates of heaven will open and the rains will come, the former and the latter rain in a single season. There will be great wealth and prosperity in the land. There will be trade agreements and an economic boom, says God. The tourism will boom once again. Once upon a time, Mozambique was one of the most sought-after tourist places in the world. Its waters are so crystal clear and its beaches white. And then it's also warm. People love to go into a warm climate. But once upon a time, Mozambique was one of the main places to go for tourism. The tourism will boom again, once again, says God. There will not be one poor among you. There will not be one sick among you, for the waters of my spirit will release healing and resurrection life that will overflow into surrounding nations. So what God is going to do in Mozambique will spill over into surrounding nations. Africa shall be saved. So that was the prophecy that I gave for Mozambique on the 20th of September this year, 2024. Bless you guys. I love you guys. Shalom.